Hello, this is Mike, NoStressMike.com. I want to talk a little bit more, kind of a follow-up on the first two on my phone being stolen in Mexico City. And you noticed on that first one, the video came to an end pretty quick. And then what it was, I was making the video, walking on the street next to the hotel. And I say that's when the lady was saying something. I don't speak Mexican, so I didn't understand. And not until the guy got by me, and after he got by me, I found out, well, he's a bad guy. So I chased him, and he went around the corner right there in front of the hotel. A car drove up and stopped right there, a black car, and he just ran up to it, opened the door, and jumped in there. So they were working together. And I was just a little ways behind him. But you got to remember now, I'm almost 70 years old. I'm not as fast as I used to be. So, but anyway, so I didn't get him. And if I would have had a gun, like I normally carry a gun, I could have shot out the tires and maybe blew out a window too. And I could have done that if I was armed. And I don't think I would have shot them, not for stealing a phone. I wouldn't shoot somebody for that. But definitely want them. I want to get my hands on them. And so anyway, so they got in the car and went off. And so the lady was really, really depressed, and she went back and then went back to where she came from, where you saw on the video. And then we got roosters. And so I made the number 2 video. And then after I made number 2 video, I went up to my room, and at the time I had my friend that I'm in Mexico City visiting. You see, now I'm back in Cholula. And so anyway, so I went up to, and so I told him what happened, and he says, "Man, I can't leave you alone." So I told him what happened, and then I showed him. We went downstairs, and we went walking back down the street there, and we're walking down the street, and as we were walking down the street, it was just kind of like this. You see the gate? See the gate there? Well, ours was, she had bars, so from the street you could look, and she was up in the second story on the balcony, and so she saw me, and you could see she was all distressed. I mean, she was really shaken up, and so she went back inside. And I thought, well, okay, I must have scared her or something, and then she came out. And then she come over to the gate and opened the gate and hugged on me and told me about how nice I was. And I said, "Oh, I didn't get the guy." She said, "Yeah, but you were there," and all this kind of crap. And like I said, she was pretty shook up. Now, my friend kind of knows a lot about. He was born and raised in Mexico City, and he knows about cell phones and stuff. So then we went back inside the hotel. And then he got on the computer, and he went to the Find My Phone thing, and he went on and cut off her phone. And he said that that's all they wanted was the phone. What they're going to do is clean the phone out, and then they're going to sell it. And then I learned more about it, but I can't talk about it on YouTube, on video. But I'll talk more about that when I make my classes or we're face-to-face. I learned a lot about cell phones. And so anyway, that's what was the important part, was the cell phone. And we're getting noisy now. They ended up, I'm trying to figure out where I was at. Oh yeah. So he got the phone canceled and all that, so now she's got that much taken care of. She was still kind of shaken up. And so I told her, "Hey, you want to come up to my room and just kind of take it easy?" And she goes, "Yeah," she doesn't want to be left alone. And so she called her friend, and her friend's coming. I said, good, no problem. So we went up to my room, and then we were talking, and she says, well, what am I doing down here? And she spoke English. And so I told her, well, I do this, my body work stuff. And she said, well, you can work on me. And I said, okay. So I had her lay down on the bed, and I started working her over. And then I was about halfway done, and I'm explaining what's going on, how the body works and all that. And she says, I'm a doctor. And I said, well, that's okay. I still like you. And she says, they didn't tell me stuff like this. And I said, well, all the doctors I know, they have very few really know how the body really works. Because what I do is make the connection of the whole body. I don't just do one part. And so then I went on and worked her over. And then her friend came. And then her friend came in time to watch. And her friend said, what's that? What's going on? And then, so, and I started explaining just what I'm doing. And so she's watching. And then, so I got done. And so then now they're going to leave. And then her friend says, well, can you do that to me too? So I did her. And when I was working on her, and then now she can see it. When you see it, you're just amazed. And that's what she was. She was just amazed. She already worked her over, and now she gets to see what I was doing. And so I got her all taken care of. And then she says, my friend, she's a doctor too. And one of the things I did is I checked her ovaries, and there's something wrong with the ovaries, and I found that, and that's her friend was the one that did the operations on her ovaries. So it was kind of neat that they couldn't believe I could find the stuff that I was finding and do the stuff that I was doing. And also, now as I mentioned, like I say, I'm back in Cholula now. I just got in late last night. Yesterday afternoon, I went to a bullfight in Mexico City. That was, I thought, kind of, I don't know. So I'm not going to put it out. It's going to be on an unlisted. You have to, and it's going to be until I get back to the States, and I'll put the videos up on that. It'll be on probably the restricted blog that I do my three-man militia stuff on. It'll probably be on there where that's going to be. But anyway, I come in and then I notice, I don't know if you can see it. Can you see it? I was told I looked like I got hit in the head. And I don't know, it doesn't hurt or nothing, so I don't know what happened. But that's what my friends, when I came back this morning, they said, "Babe, because they thought, I lost my phones. Well, they thought somebody mugged me, so, but I wasn't mugged. But anyway, that's what that is. But anyway, I got that girl taken care of and her friend taken care of, and they went to do classes. And so, and that's what I'm saying. That's why I was in Mexico City in the first place. So I'm helping people. And my friend over there, when he saw what I was doing, he wants to learn too. And that's why he's been staying with me as I go around working on people. He's learning how this stuff is done too, the Hoi Chi. So. And, but anyway, so that's what's going on. I'm back now, but now I'm kind of sickly. And I want to say I'm probably kind of sickly because of the stress. It was highly stressful in Mexico City. Talking about you have to be on your guard all the time. A good example, like I say, you don't ride the metro, the subways, that's for sure. And like I say, even on the street, they can snatch stuff from you. So and what scares me more than anything, to me, this looks like the future. Remember, there's the Honduran people on the caravan thing. They're in Mexico City, and I mentioned the subway authorities notice a rise in crime, and I'm expecting it to be not only here in Mexico, but like I say, It's going to be happening in the United States, in the cities. So you better be really cautious, if at all possible. Everything I've been talking about for all these years, get friends or move out of the city. There's nothing in the city. You're just part of the system. If you live in the system, if you live in the city, you're just part of the system only. You're just a worker ant, and you have no value. But when you're out of the city, you're producing everything you need to survive. It's a whole different story. And we gain strength by being like that. And we're not part of, wait to see what the city's going to offer you. When you're out, you can fend for yourself. But I would suggest you do, because like I say, I've got no good feelings about what's getting ready to happen to the city people. You can hear about all these different things to do and stuff like that, but I'll tell you, it's no way to live a life. You learn how not to be a victim. You can see the comments. A lot of them are people telling me, well, you need to do this, you need to do this, so you're not a victim, you're not a victim. Yeah, bullshit. How can you live trying not to be a victim? You know what I mean? It just doesn't work that way. Not in my world. And I would suggest you change your world if that's the way your world is. What can I do so I'm not victimized? No. What can you do to be stronger? This is Mike. NoStressMike.com.